Hello, Sean and Ray. We're going to do a global troop count because it's getting to be the point in that game where it's kind of important. So, let's start from left to right. The United States has a fighter, an artillery, 4 infantry, an AA in the eastern United States, 3 transports, and 1 destroyer. In Season 91, there's a British sub, British transport. 1, 2 American destroyers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 American transports. The British have 2 infantry in British Guiana. In Morocco, the Americans have 4 infantry, 1 artillery. The British have 1 infantry. The British have 1 tank in Tunisia. There's a British destroyer in 92. In Gibraltar, there are 3 fighters for America and 1 TAC. There's also an AA piece, 1 artillery, and 4 infantry. The British have 2 infantry, 4 infantry actually, and there's an air base there. We already covered that. Let's go up north. 105 American sub, Normandy, 2 Italian infantry. Sea Zone 110. This will be interesting. There's an American cruiser, 2 carriers, 4 fighters, 2 subs. America has 3 destroyers, 2 subs, and 1 battleship. The British have a carrier, TAC, fighter, 2 transports, 2 destroyers, 1 sub. In London, there are 5 infantry, 4 AA, 1 mech, 3 British fighters. Add 2 more infantry to that count, an American strap bomber as well. Germans have 2 infantry in Iceland. There's still a destroyer in 119 from what I can see. In 112, the Germans have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subs, 1 destroyer, 3 cruisers, 1 battleship, 2 transports. Norway, the Germans have an AA, 2 AA actually, an artillery, 3 infantry, and 3 fighters. In Western Germany, the factory has 5, 6, 7 infantry, 7 damage on it, 3 infantry, 1 tank, 2 Italian fighters, 1 German fighter. Paris, 2 artillery for Germany, 3 infantry for Italy. Again, Normandy, 2 infantry, Italian. Southern France, 1 Italian infantry. Northern Italy, everything's Italian, 2 AA, 2 artillery, 4 infantry, 2 tanks, 2 mechs. Southern Italy, 2 AA, 1 fighter, 2 infantry, 2 German fighters. In Season 95, 1, 2, 3 subs, 1, 2 destroyers, 1 transport, 1 cruiser. Yeah. Malta, Britain, 1 infantry, 1 AA. Tobruk, 1 infantry, Britain. Alexandria, 1 artillery, Britain. Cairo, factory, 2 infantry, 2 infantry for Anzac, 1 mech for Britain, and 1 strat. There's a British destroyer in 81, a French infantry in Transjordan, nothing in the remainder of Africa. 1 artillery in Iraq, artillery infantry West India. 79 has a cruiser and a transport. Let's move on over this way. Bulgaria, 1 Italian infantry, 2 German infantry. Yugoslavia, 3 German mechs, 1 minor factory. Romania, Italian mech, Italian tank. Eastern Poland, 2 German tanks. Leningrad, 3 infantry, 1 airbase, 1 artillery. AA. Germany has 1 infantry in Anestia. The Russians have an infantry in Vologda. Smolensk, 1 infantry. The Germans have an artillery and a mech in Belarus. In Moscow, there are the following: 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry, 6 tanks, 2 artillery, 1 mech, 4 fighters, 1 TAC. Bryansk, 1 infantry, 1 British tank, 2 British fighters, 1 British TAC. The Russians have 2 infantry in Rostov, 1 infantry in Tambov. Samara, they have an AA, a mech, tank. Stalingrad factory has 6 damage on it. Germany and Ukraine, they have 4 TACs, 1 fighter, 1 strat. There's an Italian strat there. There's 7 damage on that factory. Ground forces, they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tanks, 2 mechs, 3, 4, 5 infantry, 2 AA. That's everything on this side of the board. Calcutta, the British have 3 infantry. There's an American strat there. We already covered that. It's, Burma, 5 infantry, 1 AA. Chinese, 2 artillery, 5 infantry in Yunnan with a Y. Kwichao, Chinese have 2 infantry. The Russians have 1. Russians have 1 infantry in Hunan. China has a fighter and an infantry in Sensi, 1 infantry in Chahar. Japan has an infantry in Iviansky, 1 infantry in Amur, 1 infantry in Anhui for Japan. Shantung, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. Shanghai, 2 infantry, 1 strat bomber. Forgive me, it's clearing my throat. Kiangsi, 2 infantry. Hong Kong, 1 artillery, 2 infantry. There's a factory here, factory here, factory here. Naval base in Hainan Island. Japanese have 1 AA piece in Malaya. There is 6 damage on the factory that's also in Malaya. Anzac has a sub in 41. In 37, the Japanese have 4 carriers, 1 wounded battleship, 1 destroyer, 2 subs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fighters, 2 TACs. Japanese have a transport, 2 carriers, 3 fighters, 1 TAC, 1 battleship, 1 destroyer, and 35. On the island of Philippines, there's an infantry, a artillery, and 3 TACs. Yeah. Let's see. Americans have a transport in 43, transport in 44. On Celebes, they have an infantry and an artillery. Borneo, they have an infantry. There's a Anzac sub in 41, we already discussed. On Java, there are currently 3 fighters for Anzac, 1 artillery, 1 infantry. Currently, there's 1 American sub in 42, as well as 1 British battleship, 1 Anzac transport, Anzac cruiser, Anzac destroyer. American sub in 56. Anzac infantry in Dutch New Guinea. Japan has 3 destroyers, 4 transports in 19. Japan has 1 infantry, 1 AA, 2 fighters in Tokyo. Dutch New Guinea, 1 infantry. Okay, so season 54. 4 American destroyers, 2 carriers, 3 fighters, 1 TAC, 1 battleship, 2 transports, 2 cruisers, 3 subs. Yeah, 4 destroyers, 3 subs. In Queensland, the Americans have 2 artillery, 1 mech, 2 infantry. Anzac has 4 infantry, 2 AA, 1 artillery. There's a American strat in New South Wales, a newly placed Anzac carrier with 1 fighter in 62. There's nothing anywhere else except for 26. There are 2 subs, 2 destroyers, 1 infantry in Hawaiian Islands. Up in Alaska, the Americans have a mech and a tank. In San Fran, they have 1 artillery, 1 infantry, 1 AA. There's a battleship and a transport in Season 10. That's the whole wide world, gentlemen, with an updated troop count. If anything is mistaken, let me know.